Heyo everybody, Haku here for this week's second read-through for the Promised Neverland, and this time we're doing the sort of execution special, I guess. We have execution parts 1 through 5, and also chapter 37, I think it is, Escape. So I think this is going to be 32 through 37, it's going to be 6 chapters. It's pretty long, and it says on this page I just clicked onto, the front cover page for chapter 32, that this is an extra long chapter. So because of all that, I may have to record this in 2 separate parts and then edit it together into one video, but either way it's going to be one video. And I'm recording it earlier than I thought I was, so this may even be up Thursday, but if it's not, I'll probably post it Saturday morning, or maybe Saturday around noonish. But then again, you'll be seeing this when it goes up. I don't know why I always start talking about when I think this is going to be up, as if it's not already going to be up when you're watching it. But either way, we saw last time Norman get taken away. I totally don't think he's dead because we didn't see a body. And that's just the way things go in fictional stories, is when you don't for sure see somebody dead, they're probably somehow alive. Or at least there's a chance that they're going to show up out of nowhere at some point, and I think that's kind of the way this is going to work. I feel like Norman was taken either to where the he's super smart and stuff, so they probably want to use him for something for their side. He's kind of too useful just to use for food, you would think. So they're either probably using him as like maybe a scientist or something, like one of those guys in lab coats, who knows, or perhaps Isabella helped him escape. Maybe she's good. Nah, that's kind of like a very small possibility, but it's there. And we also still don't know what the thing he found from Crone was. We still didn't get that reveal. But over the next 2 months, it seemed like Ray had totally given in to despair, and Emma seemingly had too. But I think she has a plan, so we're going to see her plan go into action, and I am no longer convinced that this is execution as in someone's going to die. I'm now convinced that execution means it's the plan's execution, which the plan's probably going to work, since chapter 37 or whatever is titled Escape, but not just because of that, but because we didn't see it planned on screen, because when everything's planned out on screen, storytelling-wise, it doesn't work if the plan doesn't go awry. Something has to go wrong and they have to overcome it. But when the plan doesn't happen on screen and everything's a surprise to us as readers or viewers or whatever, then it's a lot more likely that it's going to actually work out. So it'll be interesting to see what the plan is, if Emma's taken this darker turn, if she plans to take everyone with her still, if she plans to somehow save Ray at this point. You would have to assume that she is still that same kind of person, but we don't know yet. So let's start reading for the 6 chapter special here. So we have chapter 32, Execution Part 1, a color spread in an extended chapter to celebrate the great success of this series and the upcoming release of The Promised Neverland Volume 3. And we have this nice color page where we have a little kid, Norman, Emma, and Ray on the bridge, and all the other kids on the bridges too, looking up at the house. And then down further below, we have Emma holding on with a broken leg, never let go, and she has and I still love she has Bernie in the other hand. I'm so excited. I'm excited to see what it's going to be like for them to escape. What does it actually mean? Are we going to get to see the other farms? Are we going to get to see the HQ? Because I kind of want to see all that. Because we have these kids that we haven't even been introduced to all of these kids at this one house that they're a part of, let alone all the ones at the other Gracefield houses. So we're starting now at the actual chapter. I've been waiting for this day. The time has come. 2046, January 14th, 2338. So, nearly midnight. I'm here to say bye to this house, says Ray. Tomorrow's your birthday, isn't it? Yeah, and tonight's my last night. Hey, you haven't given up, have you? I love the facial expressions in this series, especially Emma's. They're always so great. Even her devious face, I don't know, is just hilarious to me. And we have her thinking back and flashing back to Norman leaving. He's gone. I let him go. I wasn't able to... No, stop. Be sad later. Wallow in my misery later. Think. For Norman's sake. Think about what you have to do. Okay. From now on, Mama will be directly controlling us. Not in a subtle way, through Ray like she's been doing. If that's the case, Mama will definitely be watching us. She won't even try to hide it anymore. Ray and I will be your top targets. What I should be doing right now is to not do anything. Hide your claws, hide your teeth. You already know what Mama is watching. Words are not our only source of information, you know, says Crone. And we have, when she was sulking in bed, she still had those eyes looking back. Our plans, our goals. I won't let her figure out any of it. Mama's on the lookout for even the smallest cues. Don't let her see or feel anything. I can't do anything. I shouldn't do anything. It hurts. It's suffocating. I want to wallow in my sadness. Give up and let yourself feel better. Still. Everything will be fine. Never give up. I refuse to give up. I won't let Norman's death be in vain. I'll be sure to thoroughly trick her. I'll outwit Mama and make sure this plan works. Yeah, I haven't, she smiles. But you're feeling the same way, aren't you? That's right. We really do think similarly, don't we? Ray's probably been planning out his perfect revenge this whole time. Our course of action was to pretend to have given up while continuing to plan inside. Let's escape, Ray. I'm here to discuss our plans with you. Good. I'm mostly here for the same reason. After all, we haven't been able to talk much for 2 whole months. Yeah, my priority was definitely to not let Mama catch wind of any of my true intentions. True intentions? Yes. There was something that I remembered that I thought was interesting, but now that I've come to a page break and was about to bring it up, I totally forgot what it was. Let me go back a page and see if I remember. Nope, don't remember what it was I was thinking as I was reading that. But either way, let's continue on. Mama's formidable. I was watched practically around the clock. I couldn't let my guard down for even a small bit. Even though neither of us made a single move, Mama never stopped watching us. She really is a cautious woman. But if that's the case, all I need to do is use that side of her to my advantage. If she's focused on me, she won't pay nearly as much attention to our surroundings. Her true intentions, huh? Don and Gilda. Mama may be on high alert, but she's only human. Once she's invested in us, she won't be able to keep watch on the others. I've left every action we needed to take up to those two, from training the little ones to gathering supplies. So in the end, how's their progress? Says Ray. They've completed all preparations. We're ready to go any time now, and we see a ton of supplies have been stashed. That's amazing. So now all that's left is how we plan to escape. I've already thought about that as well. Let's escape from this place tomorrow at noon. Hold up. You sure about that? I don't know if that's a good idea. I'd advise to leave during the night instead. Listen, take a seat and hear me out. Look, the other side of the gate was a cliff. We won't be able to escape by merely crossing it. Our only option is to escape from the bridge. The problem is there's only one of those and it's coming out of the HQ. This is our situation right now. Well, they could make a bridge, or also, the thing is, it's probably better to escape during the day because they probably more expect them to escape at night. But even then, it is harder to see at night, but maybe they have technology for that. So who knows? But I would think day is better, because though the night puts them at somewhat of a disadvantage, it definitely puts you escaping at a disadvantage too. So you'll want to keep your advantage even if it would give them an advantage too. Okay, next page. Page 12 is not loading. Okay. What are you doing? Page 12? Okay, now it's loading. Don't know what the issue was. Let me make sure it didn't skip anything. Okay. Yeah. Here are the two main issues with our situation. 1. Mama's on guard. 2. The bridge's security. The problem with the first issue is that Mama's always watching us, and she's always in contact with at least one of the toddlers. Even at night, she sleeps in the same room as the babies. Right. That's why in order to escape, we need to somehow distract her enough for her to look away. If we don't separate her from the babies somehow, we won't be able to take everyone with us. The next is our second problem, the bridge security. Since it's the only way to get to the other side, I'm positive that there's at least some security on the bridge. If there's an escape scare, that security will be surely ramped to the max. Even if that doesn't happen, I'm convinced that the area is surrounded by those freaky demons. Of course, the one way in or out would be very, very guarded. In short, we're screwed if Mama stops us. She'll contact the HQ and we'll lose our last chance. If they find us on the bridge, we're screwed. Honestly, it seems like an impossible task. You know something that they didn't necessarily think of that probably would have been the best and most sure way to escape? Would be to convince Isabella to help them escape and to escape with them. Because with her, it would definitely be a huge burden to overcome, but so is any of their other plans. So that definitely would have been a plan in my mind, is to have her escape with us, because she can trick HQ and everything long enough for them to all escape. So, honestly, she would have been the ultimate ally if they would have been able to convince her to come over to their side. But either way. Now what will we do? I say, this is our best option. And, Ray has a box of oil? Let's set this house on fire at night. So you're going to use this oil to burn down the house. That's right. While Mama's distracted trying to put the fire out, we'll be able to take everyone outside for safety reasons. To prevent Mama from being able to report anything to HQ, all we need is to somehow jam the keyhole to her secret room with clay or whatever else we can find. With this, even if the HQ realizes that something is wrong, they'll just assume that it's a mere fire, instead of an elaborate escape plan. That, and I mean, they can't just send a bunch of people to help put out the fire, or it breaks their kayfabe, so to speak. Kinda lets everybody know what's going on. And they can't do that because it would mess with the product. But another problem with this all is, wouldn't Isabella have not wanted them to be all depressed knowing that they're about to die? Because wouldn't the depression that it seems like they were in for the past 2 months, wouldn't that make their brains less high-end? I don't know how this works. But it seems like that should be part of what the demons would have thought. But either way, with this, security won't end up being tightened over at the bridge, at least not for a while. Since you'll be running at night, you'll be able to hide better as well. This is why I prefer night over day. Also, as a bonus, I've prepared 10 Molotov cocktails. Right now they're hidden within a secret nook of the forest. Molotov cocktails? I didn't waste 6 years of my life preparing for nothing. As you're heading toward the bridge, chuck a bottle into each plantation you pass by. Okay? So they're gonna start at 3 and then toss them at all the others. If all goes well, we'll be able to start a fire in other plantations as well, so that helping hands will be split into groups instead of concentrated into specific locations. Don't worry, nobody will be in the forest at night, so you won't end up killing anyone. Come on, let's plan to begin here, tonight. Can you do it? Don and Gilda are both probably still awake. Our siblings have been trained. They're already used to even being split into groups. How are your feet? Fine, she says, jumping up. Good. Then, let's begin now. And he starts pouring the oil. Ray, don't worry. This room is the farthest from everyone's bedroom. Everyone everyone will be able to get away safely before the fire gets to their rooms. By the way, to tell you the truth, I'm still against taking everybody along. I think it's just not possible, especially considering the fact that there's a cliff beyond the wall. If anything, I think taking Don and Gilda is the most we could ever hope to successfully achieve. We should at least plan to leave the toddlers behind, for your sake, and for the others' sake. But I also know that I won't be able to change your mind. Honestly, I'd rather support your crazy ideals than have you stay here to give up and await your death. I'd very much prefer the former option. That's why I won't say anything more. In the end, you decide. Alright? And the fuel has been set. What are you still doing here? Hurry, go and alert Don and Gilda. Hey, Ray, I've been wondering, but... even if we start a fire, what if Mama decides to abandon the building? What if Mama decides to continue watching us instead of putting out the fire? So you've realized, huh? You're right. This is a complete possibility. Simply starting a fire won't be enough to guarantee that she'll become distracted. Nobody will be able to escape from her unless we 100% distract her somehow. But don't worry, I have a plan. It's simple. This is all we need. And he holds the lighter fluid, and he pours it on himself. Ray! Amazing, right? The full score that she plans to ship out tomorrow, up in flames. She won't have any choice but to be distracted. I've been waiting for this day. I've decided long ago, years ago in fact. This is my childish way of getting back at her. Emma, you see, to be frank, I really don't like studying or reading all that much, but I sucked it up and worked hard, so that I could pull my own worth up to the top quality Mama was looking for. I'm the prize that I made them wait 12 whole years for. Tonight will be the night I take that prize away from them, on the day before the long-awaited harvest. You think you can eat me? You think I'll allow myself to be eaten? I'm food, produce. I don't give a damn about your labels. Because I'm a fucking human. Take that, you turds. Ray, she thinks. Anyway, this is fine. This is just fine. I've been letting so many of my siblings walk straight to their doom for years. Honestly, I deserve this. They were all such great people, too, and he thinks back to all of them. They were all so warm and kind. Wait, don't move, he says. Listen, Emma, you've only got one chance. Succeed. Please, you'd better not let all our deaths be in vain. Also, I almost forgot. Here, and he hands a book to her. I took these with the camera that Mama got me. They're kind of dark, though, since the camera was missing the strobe. Our siblings, every single one of them. And she starts tearing up, it looks like. And there's a picture of her and Norman, and he lights the match. It's time. As of now, and the clock starts ringing, I'm 12 years old. I really want to curse my life. But honestly, I had a lot of fun with you guys. No, stop. Thank you. Bye-bye, Emma. And he lights the match. And she starts screaming, but everything goes up in flames. Ray was the real MVP all along. A fire that bursts ablaze from the pits of despair. The real MVP sacrificing himself and they all get to escape. I wonder what Emma's plan really was, though. I mean, she said she was doing nothing, but I would assume she had some kind of plan. But I guess we'll see what happens. We have part 2 now. Man, that was probably one of the best. I say this so often. That was probably one of the best chapters, but it seriously was. That was really, really great. And man, Ray went out so great. The thing is, I think Norman's probably still alive. But I think one of the biggest things for me was not only that he had, like, the symbolism and everything, he planned to raise himself for those 12 years to be the best and then take him away from all of them. But one of the biggest things for me was that he took pictures of everybody before they died. So he has pictures of everyone, and he left them all to Emma. So let's see how this goes. Let's see them escape. January 14th, 2046. Now we're at 23:45. The night before the fated day, the Promised Neverland. We have Isabella with the babies. Tomorrow will finally be the day of Ray's harvest. It's already been 12 years. Or shall I say that it's finally been 12 years. I wonder how many years it's been since the last time I've shipped out a product at its peak frame. Not only that, but a special ordered product made specifically to offer the squigglies here at the Tafari. There's no way I can screw this up. And the door creaks open. Oh man, this is gonna be so good. These past 2 months, both Ray and Emma truly haven't done a single thing. Even Don and Gilda don't seem to be doing anything too dangerous. Those children don't have a single move left up their sleeve. As long as tomorrow ends. No, that's precisely why I can't allow myself to let my guard down until then. I'll just pull an all-nighter tonight, and just to be safe I should probably walk around the house too. And at the same time we see what's happening with Ray and Emma. And I wonder if she was able to tackle and save him, but probably not. And we hear her screaming Ray, and Isabella busts through the door and starts banging on the double doors. And we hear Emma screaming Ray from the other side. She finally gets in. God, the stench. And then she looks shocked. And we see the flames in the hall, and Emma just staring off at them. The raging flames burn up their cursed fate. Here we go. And Emma's still screaming Ray. Ray, says Isabella. Emma, Mama, help, Ray. Ray's in there. And then she collapses. Or maybe, again, wishful thinking, he's probably dead. I'm assuming he's dead. But there is always the chance that this could have been part of the plan to make her think that Ray was in there, but he's not actually. But he probably is. Though, if they, again, if they were smart enough, maybe they would have thought of that, perhaps. They would have just thought of faking Ray's death instead of actually killing himself. But he thinks he deserves it, and he may have not been able to see past that. What? Is this a trap? A plan to run while a fire distracts? No. The stench, her reaction, the transmitters. She looks down at the tracker, and she sees one of them in the flames. There's a signal coming from inside. This is no plan or trap. Ray truly is in there right now, burning in this fire. Unbelievable. This is his revenge. That boy actually set himself on fire so that I wouldn't be able to ship him out tomorrow night. How foolish of me to think that he would execute his last form of resistance like this. What now? What about tomorrow's harvest? The Tafari. My plantation's the only one ready to harvest right now. I can't screw this up. I'll put out the fire. I cannot abandon Ray. I need an extinguisher, and I also need to make sure the other children make it out to safety. And then Gilda comes running. Mama, Gilda, lead your siblings outside. Please, take care of the little ones in my bedroom too. Of course. And they all start running out, led by Gilda. And Isabella's running in with the fire extinguisher. At the very least, I must save the brain. Get back, Emma. And she's running in and spraying Ray. And it's not enough. It's no good. This won't put out the fire. And the fire keeps spreading. Why aren't the sprinklers working? Was this also Ray's doing? The extinguisher won't help. I've got to open the fire hydrant instead. I also need to make sure the other kids are still safe. Emma, you need to get out of here too. At this rate, you'll also... And Emma's gone. Ah, that's great. Emma? And she looks at the trackers. She's nearby. Emma? She calls out of the door. It can't be. Did the smoke get her too? Emma? And she walks in. And is that going to be part of Emma's ear on the ground? She looks disconcerted. Emma. And there's this cracked bucket. And she looks down at the tracker. She looks down at the bucket, surprised. And it's Emma's ear. Ray. This girl. No. It wasn't just her, and she thinks back to Gilda. Those kids, what were they wearing on their feet? Oh man, they already had their shoes on. Ah, she's here. Emma! And the kids are calling to her. Sorry for the wait. Oh, and she's holding the bandage to her head. Everyone. Oh, and is that Ray in the back? Okay, let's get out of here. Yeah, so, again, like I was thinking, it was faking Ray's death. And he's holding his ear as well, so she probably cut it off to leave the tracker there. Brilliant actress Emma. Okay, I was about to mourn my boy Ray 20 minutes ago. Okay, here we go. Bye-bye, Emma. Give her the Oscar. So she grabs the match out of midair. What? Got it. And her hands are burned. Your palms. I've got a message from Norman. You can die wherever you want, but this isn't the place. I'll show you something great, so just shut up and come. Okay. The hell? He knew. We knew you would do this. Norman already figured it out before he even left. That's why he instructed me to be ready to stop you. I'm sorry, but I have no intentions of letting you die. And neither will Norman or any of the other kids. All of us will stop you at all costs. What do you mean, all of us? And she opens the door, and the Onion Kid and the one he's always around were waiting outside. Emma, I got the things you asked for. Also, everyone's ready to go whenever you're ready. The children grasped their final ray of hope. Thanks, Toma and Lonnie. All right, Ray, it's time to get changed. And they have his, shoes. We'll explain later. Everything is according to Norman's plan. Let's escape together, Ray. Man, that was so good. So there's the end of 33, and we still have 4 more to go. I am so excited to be reading more of this week. Ah, it's so good. So, let's go ahead and... Sorry I keep scratching. It feels like a bug bit me on the side of my neck a couple minutes ago. I don't know if that'll actually show up on camera or anything, but my neck itches really, really bad right there now. So, let's start with Chapter 34, though. Execution Part 3 it should be. Are you done changing? Or, let me get some water so that I don't lose my voice. I'm too hyped to think about water, but at the same time, I need to, so that I don't kill my voice before I finish reading this. Are you done changing? Norman's plan starts to spiral into motion. Okay, sit there next. But Emma, and she slaps the hell out of him. I love Emma's facial expressions. Quit planning on dying, you stubborn son of a brick. Just cut the rubbish and escape. Cut the rubbish and just escape with us. Emma, we're done, says Toma and Lonnie. The plan finally begins, or it could be Thoma, but I think it's pronounced Toma. The plan finally begins. Volume 3 currently in stores. In fact, I don't even think there's a Japanese word for the, so it should just be Toma. Alright. Moving along, past the translator page. Oh, we have another color page. Or is that just fan art? I think it's just fan art. Looks nice, though. Alright, and we have a bunch of meat. That, of course, that makes sense. A bunch of meat, and it looks like hair. It looks like the one girl's pigtails they put on his clothes to, I suppose, replicate the smell. Huh? It's your replacement, says, the Onion Kid. Norman said it was easier to fool her this way. Apparently the smell will be pretty realistic. Those braids. Anna gave... Okay, so we know her name is Anna now. Anna gave them to us. Now, all that's left is your tracker. I'll get it out. So here, show me your ear. What's going on? He thinks. Are they all in on the plan? They all saw right through me? Norman's plan. What the hell is going on right now? And we see Emma about to light the fire. Let's begin, Norman. And then she's the one that lights the blaze. Now, let the fated escape begin. Execution Part 3. Oh, I'm so excited. Ray plans to die. It's all in order to ensure that you two don't get killed. You too. Ray clearly isn't counting himself in the mix. He has no intention of running. His plan has always been to die right here. But why? Well, no matter. All I need to focus on is stopping him right now. Judging from his personality, I doubt he's the type to just let himself get shipped without causing a scene. He's definitely up to something, but what? How does Ray plan on dying? And we see Norman searching his stuff. So this is how he knows. He found the oil before. Fire, huh? I think I'm starting to understand. In other words, he's planning on starting a fire. If he ends up burning with the fire, he'll definitely manage to successfully distract Mama. Ray's plans. What an incredible trump card. And that's what he kept bringing up. I'm still impressed at how much preparation he's put in this too. It's a good plan. As long as Ray doesn't end up actually dying, we can definitely use this. And then we have Norman looking out over the walls. Dearest Emma, below, I have written out the rest of our plans from this point forward. Our escape date will be in 2 months. Likely the night before Ray's birthday. And he handed this letter over to one of the kids. Let's use the fire Ray starts. Save Ray, outsmart Mama, and run with all of our siblings. Details will be included below. Don't worry, we will succeed. Nobody knows our true plans, and we still have time too. On top of that, I've managed to get a hold of the ultimate trump card. What's this? And he has not just the pen, but what was in the box that was left for him looks like a mold to the key. Okay, a key mold. This must be from Sister Crone. I'll lend you the key. I'll teach you how. And it says WM on the pen. 2 months of preparation. We still have much to do. Okay. So he gave the pen to Don and Gilda, and Don had it hidden. Please take care. Okay. Of Ray and everybody else. Everything is according to Norman's plans. Sorry for the wait, guys. Emma. And Ray's holding his ear in surprise still. Did you make sure to destroy your transmitters? Yeah. Emma, we need to treat your ear, says Anna. Thanks. I'll have you take care of that for me later. But for now, let's run. It's time, guys. To the wall. Hey, Don, what the hell, says Ray. Do all these guys know what's going on? About the house a secret? About how we're gonna run away? Yep. How? Emma told them, says Don. Norman, let the rest of the kids in on what's going on. She told them way back then, wow. Thanks to those two, I've realized that Don, Gilda, and everyone else are not actually as immature as we initially thought. Realistically speaking, if we really want to take everyone with us, we need them to be aware of our situation and possibly even have them help us out with preparations. What's more, Mama isn't focused on any of the kids other than us. I think this is one of the few things we can actually use against her. And we have a flashback to when Don stole the key. First, only 4 knew. And we see Anna, Toma, Lonnie, and the one older boy with the glasses, I think it is. We used all of our possible resources. Come on, ask me everything and anything. Okay, so yeah, it was all the way back then when they were, before they met with Crone. When they were at the, clothesline is when they planned all this. Anything, yes. Filters won't exist within this conversation between us. So even questions like how it feels like for adults to kill kids like us are okay with you? And then Crone, of course. Like I said, I'll tell you just about anything you need to know. And we have Anna, Toma, Lonnie, and the other listening on with Don and Gilda. He made use of that time? That was such a long time ago. That means I leave the actions up to you. As long as all eyes are on me, attention will be diverted from anything and everything other than me. These 2 months, the real guys that acted as Emma's right hand were, and he remembers Toma and Lonnie and Anna constantly reporting in to Emma sitting at the tree. He thinks back to those 4. We managed to pull the rest of the kids in gradually over the course of the next 2 months, says Don. And we have all the other kids running. and they make it to the wall. This is so good. And Emma's looking up at the wall. We see a vision of Norman push her along. Don and I will climb first. Afterwards, we can hoist everybody else up. Yeah, everyone. We'll be fine as long as we do just as we've been practicing, says Don. We're all gonna get out of here in one piece, says Emma. And they're all smiling, running to the wall. Wait. Huh? And the house is still burning. Everything's going to ashes. I've been made a complete fool out of, says Isabella. And she starts laughing to herself. They're still alive. Emma and Ray are still alive. Oh, thank goodness, thank goodness, thank goodness. As long as they're alive, I'll be able to catch them. As long as they're still in one piece. Emma, so you really did manage to get away with everyone, didn't you? But I'll make sure to catch you all my precious little babies. And at this point, she is effed up. She's going to be in big trouble. So it should be even easier to convince her, just join us and escape with us, because if you don't, you're going to be screwed if you let this happen to begin with. I won't let a single one of you escape. Oh, and she has the communication device. Oh, so this is where things are going to go screwy, and they're going to have to spend the next 3 figuring out how to get past whatever goes wrong. Is this really everyone? The plot keeps thickening. The escape reaches its grand finale. Oh, no. Phil, no. Why? Mama. What? Phil? No, please not Phil. Don't do this to my boy, Phil. Ah, my heart. Please don't do this. Am I gonna cry over this kid? Oh my god. The escape arc is heading towards its finale, a color page to celebrate the series' success. I can't lose their fiery wills. I can't lose. Clash. Of course, the fiery wills clash. Execution Part 4. Oh man, that color cover looks so great. That's probably one of the best ones. I'm actually starting to get like shaky and teary-eyed a little because man, I do not want Phil to die. Ah, no. Please, don't do this to me. He stands in front of her very eyes. Phil, she says. Please don't do this. Where are the toddlers and babies? I thought it can't be. I thought through this. I thought about what you told me before. If we take everybody, we'll all definitely fail to escape. We're leaving them behind. Huh? He says. We're gonna leave everybody who's the age of 4 and below behind. But I haven't given up on them. We just won't take them with us now. Now, he says, approximately 1 month ago. And now we have Don reporting in to Emma. We've pulled in up to the 5-year-olds now. They were scared at first, but I think they'll manage, says Gilda. We're doing the new training now, too. Thanks, guys. So, what next? The rest of the kids, will they believe us? Will they be able to act sufficiently? It isn't even just that. Hey, says Gilda, can we really bring them with us? Huh? It's not like I don't trust Norman's plan, but it'll be winter when we leave. We'll be on a cliff. Our circumstances have already changed. There will inevitably be all kinds of unexpected scenarios once we're out. Can we really succeed with all of them on our shoulders? I know we're already deep into the plan, but I think Ray was really right when he said we can't save everybody by taking them with us. And then this works because we know they won't ship them out for at least like 2 years until they're 6, right? But if we leave them, they'll get shipped out anyway, says Don. I know, but we still can't leave them behind, says Emma, smiling. You're both right, but I don't want anybody else to get shipped out. Agreed, says Don. Let's take all of our siblings with us. All, says Gilda. What? Well, what about the kids in the other plantations? She says. Is it okay to leave them behind? We don't even know what they look like, but they exist next to us, living in ignorance every day, just like we were. They're practically our unknown siblings. And then both of them look distraught. Sorry. What do you think, Emma? You're right. You're right. She's right, thinks Emma. Call Phil over. Emma, and he comes up to her. I have to tell you something about Mama and this place. And she explains everything to him. I see. Just as I thought. Huh? If you truly saw the harvest that night, I've always wondered what Sister Crone meant that day when she said harvest. Sometimes I'd catch her looking through Ray's drawers, and I noticed that Emma looked scared of Mama the day Norman left. I see. So Norman's been harvested. So is Connie and everybody else. That's why Emma... And he starts crying. Phil, and they hug. Ah, no, I'm gonna start crying. Right now, we're trying to decide between two options. Either take everybody with us, or leave everybody who's 4 and below behind. Huh? And Phil looks up to her. This house only ships kids starting from the age of 6. Even Manya, who's the oldest of the bunch we'd leave, will have at least a year and a half before the deadline comes. Not only that, but 15 of the older kids will be escaping. Okay? Since the motto of this house is quality over quantity, I'm positive that the shipping rate here will decrease significantly. They'll want to raise high-quality goods again. You won't be easily expendable because they'll want to wait until you're all ripe. Additionally, all the 4-year-olds in our house right now, starting with you, have pretty good scores. No matter what, I think we'll have at least 2 years to come get you all. Emma, it can't be. I'll wait here. So leave me, says Phil. Phil becoming the new best character. I can't take them with us now, but we won't ever give up on them either. Nobody other than Phil knows, not about the house or about Mama. I only told him. Phil will do everything he can to hold Mama back on the other side. Leave it to me if I can help at all. We'll leave some of the kids behind for now. Still, we'll definitely return within 2 years. And we see them standing on the walls. And when the time finally comes, we'll take Phil, the others, and all the other kids from the rest of the plantations with us. And that's why we need to leave them behind for now. What? Thinks Ray. So she plans on destroying this whole system, and they start running. Phil, and Isabella hugs him. Where are the others? And then he starts running this way. Slippers. His tracker's still intact as well. Mama, and all the other toddlers come running. I see. So only the 5-year-olds and above escaped. That makes 15. So 15 they've left behind 70. No, my math is way wrong. They've left behind 22, because there were 37 overall, right? At least I think they said 37. These children know nothing. I'm starting to understand. But to think that I'd lose this much time already. I already struggled to retrieve this thing. Something's wedged inside, and we see her trying to get into the door after Don had sealed it. Where are Emma and the others? Aren't they with you? And all the kids are crying. I'll get them right away. Everything is going as those children have planned. I'll put an end to that soon. No, don't go. All the kids are crying. No worries, I'll be back shortly, darlings. Everybody, make sure to stay put, and they're all grabbing onto her. Freaking out. I won't let them escape. I can't afford that. No matter how much time they gain, they're a group of 15 that includes 6 5-year-olds. They won't be able to move that quickly. Right now, they've probably just managed to climb the wall. I can catch up. I have plenty of time. So that means group of 15 with 6 5-year-olds. That means there's 9 of them that aren't 5-year-olds. That would be the 4 they brought in. Probably somebody else who is the 9th. And then, of course, Emma, Ray, Don, and Gilda. The kind of main 4. Okay? They've just managed to climb the wall. I can catch up. I have plenty of time. And now... Whoa, what is this? Is this still a flashback? Wow. Is that Isabella at the wall as a kid? That cliff is just impossible to jump off. Any sane person will be able to tell that much. But what if he still hadn't given up, and she thinks about Norman? There's only one place they'd head for. They must know of the one path that leads to the other side. I really like Isabella as a character so much, too. Every single thing we learn about her past and what she felt that she had to become, and how she failed what the main characters are succeeding at and lived long enough to become the villain herself. Such a good character. Thankfully, this plantation is the furthest from the HQ. I'll just get there before them and make sure to capture them all. This is 73584 from Plantation 3. I've definitely closed off their path before. Those children reached... I'll definitely close off their path before those children reach the bridge. We've got an escape. Please, sound the alarm. And we have an alarm going off as they're running along the walls. Oh, and we have the mamas and the children in the other houses looking up. Oh, this is getting so much more interesting. The alarm. It came faster than we expected. What now? We're still too far away from the bridge, says Ray. Begin the fated game of tag. Now, try running from us, Emma. To all members, we will be entering maximum security mode. Kill everybody except the highest quality ones if necessary. Capture any of them as soon as you see them. Yo, and we have this one demon with others preparing behind it. Okay. It's gonna be some crazy shit. Let me grab some water really quick. Oh man. That was man. One of those, I think it was the one we just read, had me tearing up, so that's probably definitely the best episode we've had so far. Because there's only two things that have really had me tearing up that I've read before, and that's one chapter of Tower of God, and it's one chapter of Tower of God that I read, and the finale for Magical Girl Raising Project Restart. So we've made it through 32, 33, and 34, and my battery is running low, so I'm going to record the rest of this in a separate part, and then I guess I'll just edit the two together really quickly, so there shouldn't be much downtime between. Know that I loved these three. Yeah, once it's charged, I'm going to record the other three and just edit it together into one video, but holy hell. That was deep, and it hit me very hard. Phil, one of my new favorite characters, absolutely, very quickly. Like, I knew they were doing important things with him in the background, but oh man, that was crazy. That was so good. All of that was so good. Even the chapters before with Ray and what he was doing with the fire and how everything was planned out by Norman and how what Crone did really did matter, and just the brief flashback we saw of Isabella as a child. It's so good. Man, this series is really hitting me hard. It is so good. So I'll read the next three. I'll just take a quick jump cut here. Okay, battery is charged and I'm back. So I was a little bit confused when I just ended off before taking that jump cut. I thought I had read, that's why I was like confused on what chapter I was saying was my favorite. I thought I had read 32, 33, and 34, and this was the first page of 35. No, I've read the first four, and this is at the end of 35. I thought that I had just clicked on to the beginning of a chapter, but no, the specials thing is at the end here. So now we gotta read the specials thing, and we'll get to the last two parts of this. Oh man, that was hitting me so hard at the end. Sorry, I'm gonna get right back into reading because I don't want to spend too much time discussing here or anything. But man, like, all the Phil stuff hit me so hard. When I saw him behind by himself there at first, I so thought that he was just left behind there and was going to be used as a sacrifice or something. My heart dropped so much. And then all the stuff with him talking with Emma and everything, that hit me really, really hard. I was like getting all teary rereading it again. And reading that chapter 34 or chapter 35 was, gosh, that's probably the third time I've ever like really legitimately teared back and was holding back tears that I can remember reading things for the channel. So yeah, let's read these specials at the end of chapter 35, and then I'll read 36 and 37, and we'll see where things go from there. So, starting off here with the Promised Neverland extras, we see Emma, Phil, Norman, and Ray. Okay. Good day for laundry. So warm. What nice weather, thinks Ray. Huh, Ray, what's with the umbrella? Says, Don. Don't mind. Don looks confused. And so. Aw, They have those two kids, Toma and Lonnie, was that their names? Playing in the water. Extras to commemorate the success of the series. I can do it too. So warm. What nice weather we have today, says Don. What the? Why does Don have an umbrella? Thinks the one kid. And then the kids are just doing laundry normally while he holds the umbrella trying to be cool. Do it already. We got yelled at for overdoing it last time. Today we shall do laundry with great care and precision. We see Toma and Lonnie. Okay. Timing is important, eh? Says Phil. Thanks, man. I'm so lame, dude. But well, that's just how I am. I'll go put this dumb thing away already. Whoa, there you are, evil magic space being. And two of the kids are pointing at him. Gah, I see you've come, space heroes. Eat this, laser gun. Ah, barricade. You're actually really cool, Don, says Phil. Ah, so sweet. Nemesis. When hair grows too long, Mama will always give you a trim. And they have Emma's one really super long stalk of hair, and it dodges the scissors. Isabella's just staring at it. Nemesis. And then she goes to cut really quickly, but it keeps dodging. She gives up. I'm all done. I don't see much of a difference, says Ray. Funny, I feel the same way about your bangs, Ray. Okay, the volume's currently on sale may or may not contain secrets that'll make these 2 times more interesting. I love that. I love that Emma's superpowered one hair curl at the top. Gone. The kids have disappeared. And then she looks at the tracker. This way. This way. And she's following the notes. Hint. Look. Quiz. This way. Open. She makes it to some doors. I love you all. And she opens the door and the confetti bursts open. Mama, thank you for everything. We have all the kids. Giving her a letter. Thank you, my darlings. I love you all. Mother's Day 2045. Ah, and there she is with Emma, Ray, and Norman. The days of ignorance were full of heartwarming bliss. That's so sad. Why couldn't she just, turn and be good with them? She's such a tragic character. I freaking love Isabella's character. Either way, now we're at the actual chapter 36. So, let's start reading now that the alarm's gone off and see how they respond. Shouldn't they be throwing these Molotovs, though? Shouldn't that kind of help them? Either way. The siren of death rings. Reporting to all workers, we have received intel from Plantation Number 3 that 15 children have escaped, causing a fire. 2 of them are top-quality goods. We will now enter maximum security mode. Feel free to kill all the ones besides the top-quality goods, but make sure you don't get a single scratch on any of their heads. Okay, so we have the 4 littlest ones. Or how many 5-year-olds were there? Were there 6? I don't remember how many there were. But we have the 4 older ones plus the 4 oldest ones. That's 8. So that leaves a total of 7 more. So maybe those 7 others are 5-year-olds. I think they said there were 6 5-year-olds though. So then there's 1 15th one that I'm not sure where to place. Okay, let's go to the next page. Trying to keep track of who all the characters are because we haven't been introduced to all of them. Capture them as soon as they're spotted. This is one of the demons. Don't you dare let a single one get away. And we have these giant giraffe-esque ones. And some of the humans running around that work with them. The final game of tag begins. I want to know... I mean, I know we're going to get to learn more as this goes on, because there's 100 chapters right now, and I'm only at 36, but I'm interested for when we do get to learn more about these creatures. We've been reported, says Emma. What now? We're still too far away from the bridge, says Ray. It's impossible. We just can't make it in time. At this rate, the bridge will be highly guarded by the time we finally reach it. What now? What should we... Don't worry. We aren't... we aren't heading towards the bridge anyway. And like I was saying, maybe they could build a bridge or something. Or maybe they're just going to climb down. Who knows? That's kind of not the best plan probably, but we'll see what happens. We'll get to the other side from here. And she points across. Are we crossing over, thinks Ray. If we plan to escape, this bridge is our only shot. In other words, there's no way we'd escape by crossing over the cliff. Mama will think that. The guys at the HQ will think that too. That's why we won't go to the bridge. We'll escape to the other side of the cliff without it. I've checked the distance between our side and the other side. They aren't completely risk-free, but there are a few spots that look good. We also have plenty of time. Alright? And now we have, Don with the, rope with rocks tied at the end. We'll be fine, as long as we do as we trained. And he whirls it and tosses it over around one of the trees. Oh, this is so sketchy. Yeah! And Toma and Lonnie cheer with him. First, only one person has to go, and he uses a coat hanger. Let me be that person. And Don starts sliding over. Alright? And he makes it. And they're telling him to shh because of the crashing noise. He lights a lantern. Okay, now it's our turn to shine. And Toma and Lonnie have water bottles and a bike pump? And they launch the water bottle rockets across? Okay. Not sure I get it, but, okay. And all the kids are cheering. And he ties some extra ropes. Oh, there were ropes tied to the rockets. Okay. Okay, guys, get in line and prepare yourselves, Emma says to the kids. See you on the other side, Ray, says one of the four that are with... I don't think we've heard his name. He was with Anna, Toma, and Lonnie, though. So, then Annie sends two of the other little ones sliding across. Why aren't they scared? Normal kids wouldn't be able to do this. Why are they all so quick? They're so confident and collected, thinks Ray. I've had them take care of all the training and other miscellaneous preparations, he thinks back to what Emma said. We'll be fine as long as we do as we train. These kids seriously have been preparing, and we have flashbacks to all the kids and Don and Gilda. Those whole 2 months, and he thinks back to a bunch of times that they've been playing, sliding across ropes, and playing with their little rockets they made. That's great, and we see the one girl and Anna sewing. Okay, what do you think? And we have Norman. No, and then he smiles. What's with that face? I still can't believe I managed to actually trick you. And then he looks forward. I'll show you something amazing, huh? Amazing, isn't it? This clearly isn't a normal scene you're witnessing right now, he says. It's a scene we both thought was impossible to witness. If it were just the three of us. Honestly, 3 is our limit. They'll all get in the way. They won't be able to handle the truth. But we had Emma on our side. She believed in all of us, so the kids believed in her too. She's so reckless and pure, and able to have so much faith in everybody. It's amazing, isn't it, Ray? We don't have to give up. And now he's alone. You find them? No, keep looking. And we have the bridge. Part the grass and keep looking. And Isabella's calling over the radio. Why haven't they shown up yet? Are they planning on hiding in different plantations until things calm down, or... And then she looks over. It can't be. 5 more. We're going at a good pace. At this rate, we'll all be able to disappear before anyone realizes what's going on, as long as we keep up this pace. Okay, you're up next, Jemima. Oh, that's kind of... that's kind of a sketchy name for the black girl, but okay. I like Jemima, though. She was helping Anna sew, and I like Anna. Because she sacrificed her braids, and they were so cute. Emma, what do I do? My hands. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. When I remember how high up we are, I just keep thinking about what would happen if I fell. If we and then Toma and Lonnie realize, shoot, thanks Emma. No worries. And Ray picks her Ray picks her up. I'll go with you, so don't worry about it. My heart. Ray. Emma, you still have the rope we used to pull everybody up before? Huh, yeah. Tie that around me and Jemima so that we're bound together. Do you know how to cross? I've learned from watching the others. How about you guys? Will you be okay alone? Heck yeah, we will. Lonnie putting on brave faces. That's the spirit. Okay, here goes Jemima. And he holds her. And he slides across. We can't change our fate no matter how much we curse it. It's a simple, endless battle until our deaths. We can only give up on the impossible. Baseless hope leads to nothing but destruction. I was scared. Scared to simply do nothing. I couldn't chase my ideals because I didn't feel like they were possible. But what if they are? What if I can actually hope? And he looks at, Emma. Hope for a dreamlike future, where not a single one of us dies. Thank you. I finally understand now. I've lost you, Norman. And see, now I'm wondering if Isabella's gonna cut the line somehow and Emma's gonna get left behind while all the others escape and have to come back for her. Death can wait. And then Toma and Lonnie set up. And we have Isabella running across the wall. I will escape with these siblings of mine. I'll do all I can. I'll protect everybody. I won't let another sibling of mine ever die again. We'll survive in this outer world, and we'll definitely succeed in our plans. And then we see Isabella, and Emma looks over. And the ropes are cut. She's too late. Emma's in the woods across. Beyond the wall they go. Let's go, Emma, says Ray. Goodbye, Mama. The next chapter, the escape arc ends. And we see Emma disappearing into the forest, presumably the last thing Isabella sees. Possibly, at least. Man, that was so good. That was incredibly good. Okay, is this the Promised Neverland Children's Day? I guess this is another special? Or like just a funny little one-off thing for Children's Day in Japan. Celebrating children's health and growth. What a splendid culture. A national holiday, huh, says one of the demons. Thus, as an experiment, we're going to introduce Children's Day to Plantation Number 3, says the grandmother. Roger, says Isabella. Oh, we have all the cute little hats on all of them. Look at Don, Gilda, and Anna in the middle. Oh, and then Phil with Isabella. It's so cute. And little Ray's bangs. Oh my god, his bangs and Emma's face. Oh, this is so great. What's Children's Day? Anyway, we tried this is the cutest thing in the world. We tried folding and putting on these helmets, but I really have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. And we have Don and Phil. We've never had any in the house before. Carp streamers bathing with iris petals? Kashiwa mochi chimaki? Says Ray reading. I didn't really get it, but we had a fun time celebrating. Oh, and little Emma. That's so cute. Let's Children's Day. Ugh. That is so cute. There's so much cuteness for such a like, this series has this juxtaposition between being horribly cute and horribly terrifying. Oh man, my heart. It's too much. Okay, so we have a jump cover for chapter 37. Jump cover with Ray and Emma on the front. Cool, cool. Alright. Okay, moving past the translator page. And we have color pages. Goodbye, Gracefield House. Aw, man, and we have it burning. Smiles, memories, and the cursed bird cage, all up in flames at once. Goodbye to our beloved home. Oh, and it's so sad. Bernie is burning away. So is the doll. So are their dolls and toys. Man. This series is just so good. I know I keep saying it, but damn. Escape finale. And I love how, because Phil is so great, they have him at the front, even though he didn't escape with everyone. So I wonder, are these the 15? Are there 15 kids right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, excluding Phil. Okay. So we have Jemima, Anna, the one kid whose name we don't know, and 2 little ones over on the right. And then Don with 4 little ones I don't think we know on the left. And then Toma and Lonnie. And then Gilda, Emma, and Ray up front. Excluding Phil, of course. My favorite character, Phil. Oh my god, I love Phil so much now. Okay, now we have the same thing except in the original Japanese text. Alright, here we go. A flashback. Memories of a tune from the past. And this is the end of the arc. And we have music floating on the breeze. And somebody sitting by a tree. Isabella? Oh shit. And this one kid is scared. What a pretty melody. She pops out of the tree. I heard you as I was climbing this tree and couldn't help myself. Sorry. You really scared me there," says the kid. "Hey, what's that song called? I haven't really thought about it." "Leslie, did you compose that song?" "Yeah." "Whoa, that's amazing. Let me hear more of it." "Huh? Okay." And I am down for more Isabella backstory. She's one of my favorite characters too. "But it's kind of embarrassing, so don't tell anyone, okay?" And he starts singing more. I loved Leslie. I loved my home. I loved." And we see her, this must be when she was standing at the wall. Yep. And we see the mother down below reaching out her hand toward her, sending her off like what happened with Krone, her taking tests with all the teenage girls, and then her being pregnant like we saw before, and singing. Oh, wasn't it Ray that could remember the lullaby? I had been thinking, because they have the same hair color and because she told him the truth and let him in, that Ray could be her biological kid. What if she is the one who sung the lullaby and that's what Ray could remember? I could stay strong because I had that tune with me. I will leave plantation number 3 to you starting from next month. I have no regrets. After all, this was the path I chose for myself. I can't change the world. What would my death do? If anything, I need to make the best of what I do have. I must provide all the love inside of me. I must let them live as long as possible. These children know nothing. He's no longer around." So again, this is what happened when somebody gave in to despair. I must live for myself and give purpose to Leslie's life. And we have Ray singing the lullaby, of course. "Ray, where did you learn that tune?" And this must be how she realized that he didn't have childhood amnesia. Of course. And she looks horrified. "Mama, why did you give birth to me?" "So, he knew all along, damn." And Isabella looks out over the abyss. "So that I could survive. I wanted to live longer than anybody else. I was so unbelievably frustrated to find out that he'd been killed. I can't do or change a single thing, and that's exactly why. I wanted to do the least I could do, to live. As a human they couldn't eat. But I suppose it doesn't really matter anymore. This is my defeat." Man, those children have escaped. I'm now a useless keeper who couldn't protect her own goods. Just now, all of my efforts to reach the top have been utterly destroyed. No matter how hard I try to capture those children again, perhaps if I'd kept Krone around, if I hadn't let Norman see the other side of that wall that day, the results may have been different. No, it's useless to think of what-ifs. In any case, it still remains true that I wasn't able to see through the growth of those children. This is my defeat. And then she thinks back to little Emma. "Mama, look, look!" They were so small. All of them, and she thinks to Anna, Gilda, and Don. Used to be so small, and we have Toma and Lonnie. I wish I could have just loved them normally. And she falls to her knees. And then looks back. "Farewell. Stay safe. If the world will permit it, I sincerely hope you all find a light at the end of the tunnel." And she waves. "Emma," thinks Phil, left behind with all the kids. "Mama," he turns back. "Don't worry, darling. They've all made it out safely." "Huh? Mama?" "I'm sorry, children." And she hugs them. "You must have been scared in this cold dark." And then we hear the song she's singing to them. So pretty. I've never heard this song before. Yes, this is Mama's favorite song. They won't come after them for a good while. There's no way they'd guess that those children would escape from the cliff. I've already collected the remaining ropes. They'll all be searching all over for the kids within the plantations for a long time. This is the end of what I can do. Please do your best to escape." And she just leans back against the tree singing to the kids. "Go, as far as you possibly can. We did it. We did it, Norman," she thinks. "We've made it outside." And this makes me think even more that she probably found a way for Norman to live, and Norman's probably one of the humans that works with the demons now. Or at least he's pretending to work with them for now while he goes through some dastardly plan, because that's Norman. "We've made it outside." It's been 3 months since that night, and we have the death of Connie. We're still alive and living outside. There won't be any shipments here. I never want to feel like that again. Ray is still alive. We don't have to shut our eyes on the impending deaths of our friends anymore. We're no longer. We're free. We are all free right now. Yeah, but the world might be populated with demons. We have no idea how this works. But this isn't the end. Once we're outside, there's a world full of demons waiting out there. We humans are prey. Living outside means we have to keep earning our lives to survive. We have no home, no food, not even a society that we'll be able to integrate ourselves into. From now on, this is how we live. We have to do everything ourselves. She looks at her hands. How cruel, and yet how marvelous it is to live like this. It might be rough, but we will succeed. And eventually, we'll definitely return to grab Phil and the others. Look, says Dawn, today is our first day. And the sun is rising. This is our first independent morning. And it looks just like a huge empty grassland with a stream rolling through it. And Dawn, Gilda, and the others are smiling. Ray, Anna, and the rest. January 15th, 2046. 15 humans have escaped from the Gracefield plantation. A new beginning shows itself along with the rising sun. Man, and now I'm gonna have to wait 2 weeks to read more? You're killing me, The Promised Neverland. You're killing me. It was so good though. Let me just check and make sure there aren't any extra pages like last time. Okay, there seems to be a color page. A wall of evil stands in the way. We have Isabella, Crone, and the demons, and the grandmother. I think we've seen that before. For some reason. Okay? Okay, that was the end. Just being doubly sure. Man, I'm gonna edit this all into one long video. That was so damn good. Starting from the beginning with the stuff with Ray, to them being able to escape, and all the stuff with Phil that was killing me, and now the stuff with Isabella, who I've said for a long time is one of my favorite characters, and that I thought had some good or had a tragic backstory, and of course all that's true because this world lends to that being true. Man, I'm gonna have to do a favorite characters video at some point, but maybe I should wait until I catch up with the series. As of right now, though, I jokingly say Phil's my favorite because that was so good in chapter 35, I believe it was. In chapter 34 too, that really hit me hard when I thought he was gonna potentially die. But legitimately my favorite characters, I really like Emma. Of course she's the main character. I really like Emma. And behind her might be Gilda or Phil. I don't know, I really like Phil too. Behind them, Don has really grown on me. I didn't like Don as much at first, but he really grew on me. And then like Ray, Norman's probably dead, maybe. But I would say actually, before even Ray or Norman, I really like Isabella because she's a great antagonist with a tragic backstory. Her entire story so far, really good. And then Crone, I would put really high on the list. I really liked Crone. And then starting with the smaller characters, I really like... You know, we don't know the one kid's name, and his face looks kind of smug. I don't really like him that much. But I really like Toma, Lonnie, Anna, and Jemima. I like them so far a lot. They haven't really done too much. I mean, I guess in the grand scheme of things, it'd be hard to escape without them. Or it'd be hard to successfully escape with everyone without them and their contributions. But yeah, I like them. So yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen because they're all alone out there. Are they going to try to survive like frontiersmen and build a life out there in the wilderness? Or are they going to find someplace? Are they going to find a human refuge or a city that's full of monsters? Like, there's so much that could happen. So instead of theorizing about that here, since I don't think there's much more I can say that I already haven't and I'd be wasting time, I'm just going to go ahead and end this video and look forward to talking about things in the comments with you all. So like if you did like the video, and comment down there to tell me what you thought of my first thoughts and reaction, what you thought of these chapters. Subscribe for more, The Promised Neverland, much more on the channel. I am looking forward to the anime that I think is coming winter next year. I don't know, will we be caught up by then? 4 times 12, 5 times 12. We should probably be 60 more chapters ahead at least by then. Maybe by the time the anime comes out, we will be close to caught up. I don't think we'll be quite caught up yet unless I do some more double weeks like this one, which I might do because this was really fun. If I have a week where, like, say, One Piece or Boku no Hero Academia is taken off, or maybe some other thing that I read is taking off, if I have just like an extra video slot and I don't feel like using that to kind of take a break and take it easy, maybe I could do another double week at some point. Or, well, I'm probably going to catch up to Beastars before I catch up to this because I'm getting kind of close-ish. I think I've just passed halfway with that. And if I do more than 4 chapters of video because the chapters are a bit shorter there, I'll probably just start a different manga. When I do start a different manga, just leave me some suggestions, or I already have tons of suggestions, and most of what you say will probably overlap with them, but some of the things that you want me to read next, I guess, throughout there too, because I won't do double just videos of this when I finish Beastars. I'll probably start something new to fill Beastars' place, so that we can have this and something new going on. But yeah, either way, like I said, I might do some more double weeks of this to catch up quicker. And I said like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you up to there and stuff for the channel, or talk to you there some more. And if you want a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us there, then just ask and I'll give you a link to that, so we can all just talk together there. But yeah, that's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.